nor destroy in all my holy mountains, saith the Lord. The whole idea of they shall not hurt is in that day. They will not be able to hurt in that day. And he compares animals that are enemies of each other by nature. The wolf will obviously will not lay with the lamb. And the picture here is a profound picture of peace and harmony, and the earth and the animals going back to how God created them. Now, yesterday we had the phones going off, so try to turn them off. And also try to keep the noise down. But let's jump on this. If what we're looking for is the wolf and the lamb to lay together and not harm each other, then why will the Lord tell us to beware of the wolf in sheep clothing? The ones who can walk among the flock, that pretend to be part of the flock, but they're actually ravenous wolves. Why does he tell us that? If the ultimate state of being in the presence of God will be for these two animals to kind of hang out with each other, why can we not do it here? Well, because we are an unregenerated state yet. And these animals don't hang out with each other yet. We have not been glorified into the presence of God as people. So shepherds have to watch out for the camouflage. Before we came online, we were talking about an assassin bug. There are actually several of them, but I wanted to look at one of them only, the assassin bug. A type of animal that is fascinating and yet gruesome. He eats ants, a specific type. And so he goes to it and sticks this long thing and injects kind of like a spider something that liquefies the inside of the ant, and he eats it, he sucks it out, and leaves the little skeleton of the ant only. But it's not one to waste things away. He grabs it and glues something, puts his glue in his back and sticks it right there. If you look at this picture, you're going to find that it has a pile of the corpses of its victims. He's not just displaying them. He's not saying, look how bad I am. He's not doing that. He's got a plan. He's got to catch the next one. And the best way to catch the next one is to go right to the anthill. Except that if he gets in there, it'll be tore up. These ants are aggressive. And they can tear it to pieces. So if he walks willy-nilly like it's a buffet in there, they'll kill it. It seems to know this. So he has a plan. This thing that these ants that he sticks in his bag, the corpses, they serve several purposes. When he walks into that anthill, the worker ants and the fighter ants and all of that, you look up. You can YouTube it, you'll see it. And they come around actually to greet it because the scent of it is ants. They should look at this weird looking group of ants that are coming in. It's like, where did these guys come from? Hey, how you doing? And it walks right in there. They can't tell. They can even crawl up in there and they seem confused because the scent of that bug is masked by what these ants are releasing. Not only that, they also cannot actually see the shape of that animal in a way that they can recognize as a threat. So it just begins to feast on one and another one and another one. It's a buffet. And then it keeps sticking corpses up there. It serves another purpose. The natural enemies that it has will try to attack it, but cannot really get to it because when it attacks it, it hits the dead corpses, not it. He kind of leaves that armor behind and goes start over with a bunch of other ants to put him on his back. Spent a couple of hours watching these animals. It's a fascinating thing, if gruesome. It's like watching real crime stuff. You can't like this bug. I mean, it's terrible. And he keeps on doing it, unpunished. And yet, I wasn't watching it because I wanted to watch this bug kill a bunch of little ants. I was watching it because I was seeing the play out of one of the greatest weapons that Satan has ever used against us. We have particular families that walk into our churches and we welcome them as if they are the greatest of the next friends that we have. And in a year time, the church is destroyed. And when you trace back what happened, you'll find out that it wasn't another ant that walked in here. It was a destructive force. One of the profound things that you have to confront is the lack of ability to understand that man in his infinite wisdom will always falter. You see it in the wrong doctrines that walk among us. The Lord said it this way: beware of ravenous wolves that come on disguised. It's the exact same principle. When they walk in, you think, oh, there's just another guy, another girl, another pastor we just got to hang out with. It's just another church. I mean, they may be a little bit different, a little cluster and stuff, but we're friends, we're good. And you don't realize that it is destructive, that it has walked among you and it is feasting on the younger Christians and on the weaker Christians and on everything that is there. The Bible clearly tells you this is a strategy by the enemy. Am I supposed to be paranoid then? Am I supposed to jump around and think, oh, I need to be afraid of everybody. I need to not hang out with anybody. No. You need to have discernment spiritually that you are able to look right through the disguise. That you can smell whether there's a friend or a foe. That you can distinguish between good and evil. That you may be able to know who do you need to listen to and who you need to shut yourself to. You don't have to be ugly about it. You don't have to say, oh, you're one of those killer bugs. You pray and you receive it in your heart. You know, I can't keep listening to this thing because you see what's happening to your life. How many times have I seen a young man growing in the kingdom and he's 17, 18 and he has taken off to serve God and all of a sudden he pops up with two friends that you see how the decline begins to go down and down and down and down, and there is the killer bug that showed up. Look like a friend, but it's not. How many times have I seen a young girl who is flourishing in the presence of God and growing as a young woman that's going to grow into a woman of God, and there comes the boyfriend. Yeah, he's a little rough around the edges, and yeah, he's a drug addict, but you know, aren't we all? And then grabs her and begins to go down the drain. The friends will smell it, the pastors will smell it, the parents will smell it. And many times the scent is not there. It looks, oh, it's going to be a wonderful marriage. It's going to be powerful. Look at it. And they begin to be broken. I challenge you, when you have a little time, just watch this book work. you'll come with a little bit of admiration that this guy is awesome. And you'll come with the understanding that you can learn a lot from those ants. You know, those ants have the power to destroy that thing if they could only figure it out, and they cannot. They come and smell it. Yeah, no, it's one of us. In fact, it's a bunch of us. The church went from 50 to 200. We're good. It's a powerful family. They're good tithers. They're going to help us out. He's a gifted preacher. He is going to do something wonderful for this place. Sometimes that's true. Sometimes it's also a killer bug dressed with a bunch of dead corpses. I'll tell you something. By its fruits you will know it. Watch the fruit of that animal and you're going to find out a bunch of corpses in its wake. Watch the fruit of those things that are supposed to be so great for us. We had these movements and things and quote-unquote revival, and all I have is corpses to show up for. Nothing but corpses behind them. What kind of revival kills these participants? And I mean spiritually, not physically. Be wise, brothers and sisters. Be wise to be able to understand when something is good and something is not. And if you cannot tell with your spiritual senses, just watch what's left behind them. And if all you see is corpses, it's a killer bug, not a friend. God bless you.
Word.